Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be updating my September 30th paycheck budget, and I'm also going to be sharing a super practical tip for sticking to a very small grocery budget. So let's jump right in. Alright, so you are looking at my September paycheck budget, but the first thing that I'm going to be doing is to go over the expense trackers. Okay, so for variable expense on the 1st of October, we did fuel for $34.65. On the 6th, we did fuel again for $36.63. On the 6th, we did groceries for $113.60. On the 6th again, my Google subscription came out for $199. On the 10th, Microsoft subscription came out for $6.99. So the total for fuel is $71.28. The total for subscription is $8.98. Okay, so for consumer debt tracker, one payment was made to a credit card. That's the Ashley Furniture card. It was due on the 4th. That's $30. And the other payments made for this period were the car loans, which are on the split pay method, as well as our personal loans. So $244.19 for car number one. Car number two is $230.94. Personal loan number one was paid for $621, and personal loan number two was paid for $383.16. Okay, so let's go back to the budget worksheet and we can go into updating. All right. So the last half of September's rent was paid, 1,215.50. I do have my rent and all my big bills on the split, all my bills rather, on the split pay method. So on the 15th of the month, half of my rent is paid, and then on the 30th of the month, the last half of the rent is paid for the following month. So come the 15th of October, I'm going to be paying a half of November's rent. Okay. Security was paid for $77.32. Car insurance was paid for $237.32. Cell phone wasn't due. Internet wasn't due. All these, nothing was paid on life insurance. Nothing was budgeted. Nothing budgeted here. For fuel and gas, let's go back over here. And for groceries, let's go back to the expense tracker as well. Nothing was budgeted for medical copay and prescription. Nothing was spent. Okay, so for housing and general expense category, I budgeted $1,789.98. I spent $1,715.02 so far. Let me just highlight this in green. Okay, so for car insurance, I still have $37.68. I was under the budgeted amount by that amount. Okay, so let us just go through quickly the housing and general expenses. I like this as well. So for security, I am under my budgeted amount by $2.68. For car insurance, I'm also under my budgeted amount by $37.68. For fuel, I am under the budgeted amount by $8.72. And for groceries and toiletries, we are under the budgeted amount by $25.88. So that's a total of $74.96. So for my groceries, because I know that my grocery budget was really small, I made sure that I did some stock taking for my refrigerator, my freezer, and my pantry. Then I did a plan for what I'll be cooking. And after I did those two things, I wrote my shopping list based on what I need because I know that the grocery budget is small. So this keeps me focused when I went to the store, and it also allows me to avoid impulse purchases. Another key thing is that it also helped me to use up ingredients or things that I have in the refrigerator for a while back because I cannot afford to be wasting anything, and I cannot afford to be buying things that I already have here. And another thing too, I bought store brand items that are on sale. My daughter works at one of the supermarket chains. She works in a pharmacy at one of the supermarket chains, and I'm able to use a discount. So I made sure that I get the store brand that are on sale, and I'm able to use the discount on the store brand products. So those are the few things that helped me out with this budgeting period grocery budget. All right. So another tip that I can share with you is to don't forget to check your coupons. Don't forget to check your deals at your local stores because you can save even more. So when you know that you're going to the grocery store, remember those little mailers, always try to grab them when you're going to the grocery store and look for things that are on sale. And that's how I am getting to maintain my budget, my grocery budget. Because we all know that one of the easiest budget to blow is our grocery budget. All right? So let us move on to savings and sinking funds. Nothing was planned and nothing was done. Personal and discretionary is the same. Nothing was planned, nothing done. For our debt section, we can just go ahead and update these. $244.19 was paid for the car. $230.94 was paid for car number 2. $30 was paid towards credit card. Personal loan was paid for $221. Personal loan number 2 paid for $283.16. Okay. In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to reach out to my servicers or my creditors to negotiate with them about getting a lower interest rate without having to refinance my loans. So I did reach out, and what they want me to do is to refinance. And I don't think that I want to go the route of refinancing again because I think it's going to set me back. And they were trying to convince me that yes, you most likely will be qualified for a lower payment because the interest rate is probably going to be lower. But I just don't want to go the refinance route again because going the refinance route again, I'll have to pay that loan origination fee. That's a lot of money. So I think I'm just going to stick it out with what I have and just continue to make my payments because I'm almost in the middle of paying off personal loan number 1, which is taking up about a good bit of our money each month. Car number 1 is just a little bit over $9,000. So I think I'm just going to stick with what I have because I don't want to be set back. I need to be out of this within the next 2 years, if by the grace of God. So I'll just see. All right. So for total debts, we budgeted $1,508.66. $1,509.29 was paid. So let's move on to miscellaneous. And for miscellaneous, I spent subscription. No, not subscription. Expense tracker. $8.98 so far from the $15 that I budgeted for my subscription. Nothing was left over after I budgeted. All these line items are going to be zero. All right. Okay, so let us just recap what we did so far. Going back to the top. Okay, I did not update the actual income section, so let's do that now. $43 was rolled over. $31,90.64 was total income. No overtime, no bonus. $80 family contribution. No transfers. Let me see. Okay, so now that we have updated the actual spending, there is $80.35 left to be spent. All right, so that's a quick rundown of my September 30th through October 14th budget update. Remember, sticking to a small budget is all about careful planning and being intentional about your spending, especially when it comes to groceries. All right, so before we wrap this video up, I've got just a little challenge for you all. If you've made it to this point in the video, please drop a comment below with the phrase, "Our challenges do not define us." Let's spread some positivity and encouragement in the comment section. We're all in this together, and it doesn't matter how big of a challenge or small of a challenge it is, whether it's a financial challenge or you're just having challenge budgeting overall or understanding your budget overall, we are so much bigger. We are so much more than our challenges. We are strong and we are determined to be better at money management. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please also consider sharing this video because you never know who it might help. So again, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.